Welcome to Spilling the Tequila, the podcast that brings you the tequila spilling energy without the hangover. My name is Grace.
And my name is Sonny-Joe, and welcome to Spilling the Tequila every Tuesday, random. Don't know what's going to come out of our mouths. Let's start the show. We will be bringing back tequila shots that we usually do at the start of the show, but I have my best mate Georgie from England here at the moment. I've had many tequilas over the weekend.
Yes,
what about you?
Don't need it. No, I've had a clean living weekend. I've exercised a lot.
Oh, good on you. Can't wait to do a workout with you soon. We've both joined gyms, by the way, guys, but we both go to different gyms. Her gym is first class, mine is economy.
Premium economy.
Yeah.
There's worse out there than yours.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, mine is first class.
Yeah. But, speaking of that, before I start my topic for the listeners and yourself, Grace, yes, as you know, Georgie is here in Australia, so I'm so happy. Anyone's happy when their bestie is back from wherever they are. But he was telling me a story that him and his wife, Jess, who's also my bestie, were having dinner with one of their sister's friends and in England. And the husband was talking, and they said, "Oh, well, what do you do?" And they said they forgot what the name of it was, but they told me straight away, like, "You'd do this job, and Grace would do this job." He's a professional hotel person, so he travels the world, so it's always traveling, and so he travels to Dubai and stays at the W and all that. And what you do, you have to stay at the hotel, you have to use the pool, you have to order room service, you have to make a complaint, dude. I was there. I'm like, is this a job? Is this doing? He goes, yeah, it pays really well. He goes, the only catch is you just travel a lot around the world. So it's like, if you're single, it's great. I know my mouth was open like yours right now. Catching
is he like a reviewer or what?
Yeah, so he's not an influencer. It's actual like corporate job where he's hired by hotels around the world to, I guess, get a rating on it. And I guess that's where it's like, okay, is it at 5-star standards, 4-star? Where it's at, and that's based on the pool, the room service, the food quality, and everything. So they give you a list, and you have to go through, make a complaint, make the booking, was it easy, stay in the, and you also have to stay in the presidential suite and things like that. You have to stay in different rooms, right? Because you're like, well, if you're paying this much, is it worth it? What do you get? Well, you get a piano, you get, the gold-plated iPad, that's a job, by the way.
Oh my God, I'm speechless.
And then I had more questions, and I was like, to my mate George, and I was like, well, do you have to go to university for that? Like, and he's like, I don't know. I didn't ask that question when I was there. And I was like, I need to know more. You need to get more detail.
What's LinkedIn? I need to add him. Oh my God, is that not the dream job?
That's the dream job, but also your dream job. Like, it'd be great for me. I love to travel, like hotels, but you really love hotels. You also love sleeping. Like, you're getting paid to say, the bed was comfortable, it wasn't comfortable. You've got to order room service.
Get in bed. Oh my
Ordering
God.
a cocktail by the pool.
Have to go to the spa and get a massage.
Not that shit again. Got lunch breaks in. We should hurry up. I've got to go get a massage in a second. I'm just so over it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is something to aspire to in life. My gosh.
Anyway,
good for him. Good for him. He's got life sorted, man.
Exactly. He's done it for you, getting paid well.
That is fire.
Yeah.
That is fire. Wow.
So I just wanted to talk, as you and I go through fantasies all the time. Grace is always like, we're in the 50s right now, we're in the 2000s, and I do it too. We play around, if it's for fashion, music, going out, TV, movies. And I always said, I think my favorite era is the 90s, and it always has been. And I say that based on the movies were really weird, the TV shows are really weird, the fashion's in right now for Gen Z. I don't know, the 90s just seemed safe for some reason. Things were booming. America was like the greatest country in the world, like being a kid, because I lived in the 90s as a kid. But yeah, that's my favorite 90s. So obviously you got to live through the 90s as well. Yes, you're a little bit younger than me. I wish I was I wish I was in my 20s in the 90s, if that makes sense, because I was going out clubbing in the 90s. But I was in high school and primary school in the 90s, so it's different. So
Yeah.
when I say I'd want to be back in the 90s, I want to be back in the 90s as like a 20-year-old going through like my party scene. That would be fun.
Oh, God.
Not that I didn't have fun in my era, but anyway. So going down that track, I had some stuff for growing up in the 90s in Australia. So if you're an Australian listener listening and you grew up in the 90s, this will probably trigger a lot of things for you. And for all of our listeners overseas in America, Spain, and England and the UK, we have a new one, Brazil the other day.
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't grow up in Australia, but you did in the 90s, well, this is what we did in the 90s in Australia. And you might be able to relate to it because we're very American and English influenced.
Okay.
But let's see.
I'm excited.
So things you can remember, Grace, be like, oh my God, contribute, and like, or no, what's that? I don't know what it is, or skip. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, growing up in the 90s, you made worms by squeezing your Vegemite or peanut butter crackers together. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and when like the butter would get in there with the Vegemite, it'd be like half and half. Yeah.
You used to look at it like that and then lick it like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Australian and so 90s.
So Australian.
The best parties always had fairy bread.
Yeah. I'm not a fairy bread person though.
I'm more of a chocolate crackle type of guy.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh. Nothing like a nice crackle.
Make those one day while drinking tequila.
Yeah,
okay,
let's
that could
do it.
be fun. Yeah. In the 90s, you thought everyone in America carried a gun and you never wanted to go there because you were scared you'd get shot.
No, I was too young to know about that.
Yeah, me too. I was going to say, I didn't have that memory. So,
yeah, no.
Blinky Bill, Mr Squiggle, and Gumby. All of them.
Bill.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you remember Mr Squiggle?
Yes, I didn't like him.
The puppet with the long nose, and he drew a picture and they turned it upside down and then it was right. Oh,
yeah, I didn't like him.
He was
and what was the last one you said?
And Gumby. So
I love Gumby. I have a rabbit Gumby at my grandma's house still.
Yeah, but the green guy, right? And Pokey the horse. Yeah. My brother has them as well, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Cute. My brother, when I was in high school, he used to work in the ABC shop. You know, ABC, like ABC.
I love the ABC
I know.
shop.
So he used to bring like Gumby and all these things home. So like, that's a fun memory I have.
What an Australian job. Do you remember very quickly Pingu?
No, but what's Pingu? I do. Oh, I was a bit older for Pingu though.
Oh, okay. I thought Pingu in late 90s, but yeah, you would have phased out of that.
Well, before my brother worked at the ABC store, where you said that's very Australian, he worked at Lowe's before that. That's even more Australian. At Lowe's. You go, this Super Ted, Widget the World Watcher, and Samurai Pizza Cats, which I was obsessed with. Samurai Pizza Cats. Wow.
I never heard of any of them.
In the morning. Okay, you'd love it.
Oh, okay.
Cartoons you watch before you go to school in Australia in the 90s. Going to the Easter show with a big group of friends from school once you were old enough to not go with your parents. I do remember that as well. I've done that.
No.
Oh.
Maybe because like the Newcastle one. Sorry, yeah, but not the Sydney one.
I'm older than you, so I actually had to do this, but I don't think you did. Doing research for school projects by going to the library and looking up an encyclopedia rather than using the internet. I remember doing that.
Yes, I did have to do that.
Okay, cool. How crazy is that?
Crazy.
Yeah, so crazy.
Taking a book out.
I know.
Oh my God. And then the book wasn't there and you're like, where's the book?
I know. So hard. Banana Man, that was really fun. Bangers and Mash and the Raggy Dolls, all on ABC. They were all good. I don't think you remember them. Obviously, the Game Boy, life-changing Nintendo. Waking up early every day to watch Agro's Cartoon Connection and Cheese TV. Loved it. Hey, It's Saturday was amazing. Did you watch that? You probably would have liked that.
No, it was cancelled when I was...
Oh, you're really young. It was it was on, got cancelled, come back, then got cancelled again. So you were the first.
I was there when it came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like 16 when it came back.
Buying those 6 packs of Cocoa Pops, Fruit Loops, Frosties, Rice Bubbles, Nutri-Grain, and cornflakes, so you could have a different one each day. Then opening the packets really carefully and removing the cereal, so you had a mini wardrobe afterwards. You could also probably just let your parents eat the cornflakes. Remember the cereals, and it would just do one bowl. That's what it was talking about. And I do remember those. Crazy.
Yes, crazy.
And you did give the cornflakes to your parents. You moved that one
I didn't want the cornflakes. And you know what else? The Cocoa Pops. I didn't even like eating cereal, but I would just take the Cocoa Pops and then I would like grab them with my hand and throw them out into the grass and I'd just drink the chocolate milk.
Oh God, you sound like you need a leash. You know those
Yeah.
kids that are on leashes?
Yeah, no. Well,
Yeah.
no, I threw it into like the garden. Like it was like, you know.
Did you have any friends that I wasn't on a leash, by the way. Were you?
No.
Yeah. But you've
I was
seen a kid on
very
a leash, hey?
well behaved. Yeah, that's weird.
My friend Chanel was on a leash, which I found out was really funny. I was like, really? Like, what did you do? And she goes, oh, I used to bite people. I was like, fair call. Like in Coles and Woolworths.
Just
She
like,
said yeah, she'd go at people and just bite them. So mum had to put her
God.
on a leash.
Oh,
With the harness? Yeah.
yes.
Anyway, had a flashback. Trying to make Rainbow Raid shortcut on Mario Kart Nintendo 64.
Oh, yeah, good luck.
That's probably where we got eczema from that.
Oh, seriously.
Stress
Rash.
Postman Pat, Fireman Sam.
Postman Pat.
And he's
That
black
was
and
my first concert, really, technically, if we're going really way back. Postman Pat. And his black and white cat, Jess. Early in the morning.
Birthday parties at McDonald's were epic.
Yeah, I was never allowed to have one there.
But did you go to one?
Yeah.
Ice cream and cake in the playground. It was amazing. A pinch and a punch for the first day of the month, no returns. Remember that?
Yeah. But then what is it? A hit and a kick?
For being so sick.
Quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Playing GoldenEye on
returns.
Yeah, no returns, and then you couldn't do it. You couldn't punch him back.
That was such bullshit. I used to just say, what do you think that is going to do? Stop me from like kicking you back?
Rules. As a kid, you got to follow the rules. It's like you got powers when you're a kid. Playing GoldenEye on Nintendo 64 and arguing over whether Oddjob was allowed to be used in multiplayer. I don't know if you played GoldenEye. It was an amazing game. Anyone that's listening to this episode. Original Teenage Ninja Turtles, best show ever, which is true. Never push pops. Don't push me, don't push me, no, don't push me, push a push pop. And it was the lolly that you stick your finger in and it comes out and you suck it. It's a push pop.
No.
Oh, I'll try to put it up on the camera for you.
I remember the lollipop that was a flute.
No way. There. Push pop?
No, I don't remember those.
Okay. Who shot Mr. Burns? That was very 90s. It was very massive for The Simpsons. Like, who did shoot Mr. Burns? That was crazy. Crazy.
Who did shoot him?
I know. Good. Hey, Siri, who shot Mr. Burns?
Your Siri never listens to you.
Here's the plot synopsis.
It doesn't say. That's annoying. I really want to know. I bet all the listeners like, was it Maggie? I think it was Maggie.
Oh, I think it was Maggie, actually.
Yeah, it was Maggie. That's my memory just coming in before I even looked it up. Watching Captain Planet and driving with your parents made always singing the song. Do you remember Captain Planet? Captain Planet, he's a hero, gonna take pollution. No, okay.
No.
That's so. Oh, do you remember this? This is so 90s as well. So you know how people these days, whatever generation we're in now. So what are we? 2024. People say lol.
Yeah.
Instead of laughing.
Yeah.
In the 90s, you used to say that's so funny. I forgot to laugh. I'm not even joking. Like,
the 90s was so weird, man.
So you're like, that is so funny. I forgot to laugh. Like, because that's like the same as lol. Like, no one's laughing now. They're like, lol. Like, it's funny, but that's all I'm giving you. But that's what you said in the 90s. That's so
I'm
funny.
going to bring that back.
Bring it back.
I will.
Bring it back.
That's
it's
so funny. I forgot to laugh.
Playing Chinese swaps in the lunch line to let in your friends. I remember that. I don't know why they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're feeling sad when your Tamagotchi died. It's true. I had a Tamagotchi. You're probably too young for Tamagotchi.
So everyone had one, but I didn't have one. Me and my friend had a Neopet.
Oh yeah, you are younger than me. That was like advanced Tamagotchi.
No,
I know what that is.
I don't know why we didn't have Tamagotchis. Like, we weren't cool.
Seeing a small rack of DVDs in the video store at Blockbuster wondering if anyone ever rented them. You know, when DVDs were trying to come out, but no one had DVD players.
Yeah, and then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Dolly the Sheep. Do you remember that? Because I remember it from the 90s, but I don't know. I think Dolly the Sheep was... I think it was the first sheep to be cloned, and it happened in the 90s. And I think that's what Dolly the Sheep is. Just by memory, it doesn't say what I'm reading, but I think that's what it was.
Don't remember that, but I do remember the S Club 7 movie where they cloned themselves because they were all too exhausted from touring all the time. Such a good film. It was like Spice World, the movie, but S Club 7.
We need to watch it. I haven't seen it. So I used to watch the series.
Goes to Hollywood or in Miami?
Miami, I watch.
Oh,
yeah. You probably know this because you watched the show and I haven't seen it. But wait, we like this one. Getting up early to watch Rage Top 50, iconic, amazing. Loved Rage. Friends when they were all actually just friends. Why didn't Phoebe and Joey get together? I don't know what that means, but you probably do.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog. Last one was Power Rangers, which were amazing. Watching South Park for the first time and being really excited by all the swearing. So true. What was the last one? Nearly at the end, guys. Going to see Titanic at the movies. I was young for it and I watched it and I thought it was the loudest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, wow.
It was so loud. It was very, very loud. But that when the movie came out, it was like not life-changing, but like, you know, special effects. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
So crazy. Downloading music from Napster. I remember that. That's crazy. That was before like LimeWire. Yeah, that was before LimeWire.
Was my first.
This is very Grace. She'll know this. The winner is Sydney.
Yes.
Announced in the year 2000 Olympics. So iconic. Mighty Max, Polly Pocket, Max and Polly always got lost because they were so bloody small. Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. That's very you. Hey, this one's good in Australia. Super duper ice blocks were only 20 cents from your school canteen. And if you couldn't afford it, you asked the canteen lady to cut it in half so you'd split it with a friend. So true.
My God. That's so funny. 20 cents. So cheap.
I know. That's what it was.
It'd be like 20 cents for sauce now. More.
Happy Meals were only $2.95 and the toys were really actually good back then. So true.
That was so good.
So true. The last one that I just wanted to say, it's about the school canteen. I read this today and I couldn't stop laughing. Pogs and Looney Tunes Tarzos, amazing. Duck Hunt, Goosebump books. I used to collect them all, by the way. Never read them, just collected them because it was cool. Secret World for Alex Max was one of my favorite shows where she turns into the green puddle. And Jurassic Park, obviously life-changing. You could buy any food from the school canteen for under $2, and that was so true. Very, very, very true.
That's crazy. I remember when like getting the Hawaiian pizza was like, whoa, you're bougie because it was $2 and it was like the most expensive thing. That's mad.
Softs, as we know from one of our previous episodes, soft serve cones at McDonald's were only 30 cents and they never tried to upsell a flake because they didn't have flakes. That's so true. And it was called the 30-cent cone. Warheads, basketball cards, and Healthy Harold. That day was the best day because you got to miss class and sit in a tiny carriage.
So true.
We talked about that in a previous episode, but that was a great Australian memory of going to school.
God, yeah.
Who dares win? And having your very own Dolomite account when you're in primary school for Commonwealth Bank and getting really excited when you earned a little bit of interest. And the last one was Snake on the Nokia 5110 and Brick. The two games.
So true. I have one to add to that, which isn't technically 90s. It's very early 2000s, but still very Australian, which is So Fresh CDs.
Oh, yeah, they were fun and they were huge.
They were massive.
And they cost a lot. They were like $30. And then you could just download them and put them on the CD, but then just stealing music, I guess. But it's just crazy.
Those were just the days, man.
I know. Ministry of Sounds and like, I know.
I got my first Ministry of Sound CD when I was like 12. My mum bought it for
It
me.
was also really fun as well because if you went to someone's house, you're like, oh my God, do you have that album? When did you get that album? Like, people don't get excited about albums now. They just go on Spotify. The artists don't get any of the money. It's shit. It's actually quite sad.
One
You
of
look at
my
the cover
friends,
work and the album, sit
oh my
down on
God,
their
and
bed.
read the lyric books
Yeah.
and the art
It was
in the books.
amazing.
Yeah, it was
I
amazing.
know. It was
Oh
so
my
good.
gosh. My friend and I, we used to say, okay, you buy the So Fresh winter CDs and I'll buy the summer ones, and then we can just swap them.
Oh, yeah,
Put
there
them
was.
on our
Yeah.
iTunes. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
so good. Those were the
So good.
days.
The Ministry of Sounds. That's what I used to buy, those CDs. You know Ministry of Sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my first one when I was 12 and it
It's like
had
So
song,
Fresh, but like dance music.
yeah, it
Yeah.
had Changes by Chris Lake on it, and I was like obsessed.
What was your first CD you ever bought? That's a really good question.
There
And
were
how old were you?
There were two. I was probably about 9 because
Yeah.
I'd just gotten a CD player. And these were the first ones I had chosen.
First single you bought or first album? Because singles were a thing back then. You would only buy singles, remember?
Yeah, these were both singles.
Yeah.
But these were the first two that I bought that I like went into the store and chose.
Yeah, me too. That's what I mean. Not someone else bought for you.
No. Like not my mum bought for me. No, I bought Jennifer Lopez, All I Have, featuring LL Cool J.
Yeah.
And I also bought the single from Shakira called Cinderella, which was an amazing pop duo from Australia.
Yeah. Is that it?
And that's it. I don't need storyteller.
That's funny. That's very Australian, by the way.
I'm not your little princess anymore. Oh, so good. What was yours?
First single that I bought was we're all young here, so we're being honest. Jennifer Page, Crush.
You've always been a pop guy.
And my second single that I bought was the Cranberries Zombie.
Oh, good.
I was obsessed.
Yeah.
And then my first album that I bought was don't forget I lived in the 90s. So we didn't have a variety of music. It was all pop, by the way, in the 90s.
No, but like Jennifer is very like pop.
But it was All Saints.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fun. That's a good first album.
And I think I was in grade 6 and I remember it. Yeah.
Right.
Like I said, when I was in high school and early primary school, it was very, very pop. Pop, like it was pop groups. It was that era. Yeah.
My first album was Elephant by the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. I mean, it just shows you the time difference. But yeah, how funny. Anyway.
So good.
Have I spoken yet? Yeah, it's your go.
Have you spoken yet? Really?
Just forgot.
Okay, I just want to show you really quickly because I know you'll be impressed. This isn't my topic, but just very quickly. This weekend I had a very wholesome weekend, very health related, and I've had this thought for a long time now that when we're old, we're like all our photos from when we were young and fun, like they're going to be in the cloud. And how the fuck do you get into the cloud when you're 90 to show your great grandchildren? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm going through all my photos and I'm printing them and I'm putting them in photo albums. And over the weekend, I just got 800 photos from when I was in Europe last year. And I have literally made photo album.
Cool.
I know. So I'm doing it with all my photos because I don't want to like not have proof of the life I have lived, you know?
Well, I mean, it's good. It's good as long as you got the storage because that album looked very big. It was taking over your whole body. So I'm just saying, like,
I know. But I'm gonna have to get rid of some books.
No, it's good you're doing that because my friends Matt and Jess that got here from England for Christmas, he bought her like 44 photos and put them all in the frames and wrapped each one individually. I know, how good's that? And
44 frames.
I think so, yeah, with all the photos. But it was their like marriage photos that they've never printed. They lived in like Asia for 4 years, so they printed all the photos from like so for example, when I walked in his hallway, he had this photo of like an island and only 2 people were on the beach, and it was like an aerial view from a drone. But
cute.
the 2 people was them. It was them.
Cute.
His drone. I'm saying, why wouldn't you print these photos? These photos look like artwork and they're actually you. And he's like, oh, see, you like them? I'm like, no, they're amazing. So now you're doing the same thing. But to answer your question, and I'm a sentimental person, by the way, as you know, I always take videos and pictures of my friends and stuff. Like I'm all for it. But when you said it's all in the cloud, which is very true, and physical's better to show people as well, and it ages better, I think. But when it goes in the cloud, when you're 90, Grace, there'll probably just be a thing where the cloud joins to some new technology that's been created, and you'll be like showing your great grandchild Bianca Boo photos of you from your age now, going, you know, Tresla, bring up photos of Grace Avery when she's, you know, 23, and then they just go and they come up like a hologram. That's probably what it's going to be like. Just
no.
know.
I'll be getting the albums out.
Oh, God.
Are you kidding me? I've put all this time and work into them. Took me hours. Bringing the bloody albums out. So we used to do it.
The album looks so heavy, by the way. Did you go to Kmart?
This is only a 500 photo one. I've got another 300 photo one.
God, you could put that on your stomach when you're doing like glute exercises and stuff. It would work you out so hard. You even like sighing from how heavy it is.
It's heavy. Anyway, you can see it next time you come over. That wasn't
because I haven't seen the photos, so I do want to see them. Because I haven't seen any photos really, because I don't have Instagram, so I couldn't even see your photos on Instagram.
Oh, they're great. Anyway, you'll like them. Tells us a good story.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Anyway. So my topic is about the only Toddy's, the restaurant. Obviously, a bit of a Sydney institution. If you haven't been, there's one at Bondi, there's one at Rozelle, there is a Toddy's bar that is in the city, there is one in Lorne in Victoria, and it's just like a little bit of a cult classic, would you say, in Sydney?
Well, yeah, I was going to say you should describe it, but you already were for the listeners in America that don't know what Toddy's is.
Yeah, it's sort of like, for America, it's sort of like saying I'm going to Carbone. Like, it's sort of that type of situation. It's Italian, very rustic, very good for groups. Chic. Yes, it's very chic.
Yeah,
and
it's very
from
chic.
Maryvale, this massive company, like, that sort of own all the venues and everywhere. Anyway.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
I do like Toddy's, by the way. Really nice in there. Great to go with friends, share the food and everything. But that type of food, like, not for me. Like, I'm always starving. Like, it costs a lot. I'm starving, but I like
pastas.
Yeah, it's not really. But anyway, I like it there. I'm saying I'll go for the atmosphere.
Beforehand. Yeah.
I actually went to Toddy's Sandwiches yesterday. There you go.
Oh, God. That's
a sandwich shop.
How much did that set you back?
I don't know.
Oh, my God. Anyway, I want to talk about Toddy's. So, very famous, very big deal. Now, did you know that in Paris there is a restaurant called Totti? Not Totti's, Totti.
Yeah.
And they have stolen the branding of Toddy's. So, I don't know if you can see this.
No, go far back. Now go forward. Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay, can you see that?
Yeah. There it is.
See that?
Yes, I see.
And then...
Was that ours or theirs?
The restaurant, Totti.
Oh,
no,
shit.
That's in France. So they've just taken the S off and now they've been exposed. Look, that's the Instagram. Just like Toddy.
Wow.
And they've gone so far that they've gotten everyone confused that our Jackie O, was at Totti's on the weekend and she accidentally tagged Toddy Restaurant, which has now exposed them for being these frauds in Paris. So what I just want to say is that if Justin Hems listens to our podcast, that he should sue the pants off them.
Wait, but like, he's a billionaire. Is this just one restaurant in France?
Yeah, but like, look, they literally took his branding and just took the S off. They've got
Yeah,
the
right.
exact same logo.
That's crazy.
They've got like.
So they've definitely copied. It can't be a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you
Toddy,
can.
so instead of toddies, it's toddy.
Correct. How bad is that? Like,
that's
I've never
pretty-
seen anything so
But are you allowed to do that because it
obvious.
isn't the same word, or would that be you're not
No,
allowed?
because look at the actual Toddy's logo. It's exactly the
Yeah.
same thing, but with an S.
Yeah. Okay. It's bad. Yeah.
It's bad. Anyway,
you-
I always like to report corporate news and just what's going on out
Can
there
I-
in the world.
Do you know what it's like, Grace? Have you seen Coming to America, which is one of my favorite films with Eddie Murphy?
Yes.
So do you know McDonald's, but the guy that owns the restaurant is McDougal's?
Yeah.
It's not McDonald's, it's the same thing.
It's the exact
The
same
Dougals.
thing. Poor
Yeah.
Justin. Poor Justin.
Yeah, I'm sure Justin's fine. He's a billionaire. He's doing fine.
I know, but it's the principle of the whole thing.
Yeah. Justin,
Not about
first name
money.
basis.
But
So,
also,
but
who in
Justin-
Paris thinks that like what Australians think are cool is like what Parisians are going to think is cool? You know what I mean? Like,
How do we not know they were first and Hems stole it from them?
I think because the restaurant only opened last year.
Okay, cool. I was just gonna say, imagine it. Or did you just pull that out of your bumhole?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there in the world because I was shocked today when I saw that.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
They probably got it from AI, and AI just steals it. we think AI is so advanced, and AI is just bloody fucking copywriting everything. We don't know. We think it's an original idea. Do you know my mate's dad? I won't say on air. Is doing an because you used to hate AI from previous last year's episodes. Then I said I love AI, and now Grace admitted to me that she likes AI, but that's what I like about Grace because she can admit it and she uses it. She doesn't say she loves it.
I use it. I don't like it. I use it.
She uses it more than she should, though. She also admitted
And I'm
that.
very polite to it. I say like, have a great day. I honestly say, hi chatbot, how are you today? Hope you're doing well. Can you please da 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 da? Then they write back and I'm like, thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Because I'm scared of it.
My mate's dad in England is doing a course over a couple of weeks of how to use AI properly for your businesses and stuff. And I've watched a little bit on YouTube where if I'm writing a speech, I can tell it to say, could you write the speech as Snoop Dogg's personality? And then it will write the speech. Yeah, so AI is really cool. So if you get your AI to say, hey, can you come up with the name of the podcast episode, write me a speech or write me a resume, but can you do it as a personality as Snoop Dogg or Martha Stewart? It will do it as them as if they wrote it.
Shit, that's scary.
It's cool. It's here now. So just embrace it instead of fighting it. That's how I look at it.
I've got a good question for you. So in future, when I'm using AI to write stuff in the voice of myself, what celebrity do you think I remind you of? That I could say.
Remind me of. I've never had that question before, but based on like the first thing that just came to my head as soon as you said it, without me thinking, was Natalie Portman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you'd be like her. She's very professional. She's very famous, but she keeps to herself. She's close to her family. No, but think about it. Like she's won an Oscar and everything, but she's not like this celebrity that's at every party in TMZ and stuff.
No, but if I'm asking AI to write me a speech, like we need to know something about the famous person so that we know what their voice sounds like.
Oh, you want to do it as a test?
Yeah, like if I'm saying, for example, right, like, hi chatbot, I'm making this big like presentation at work. Can you please write me this presentation in the voice of what?
No, the personality, not the voice.
In the personality of.
Yeah. Oh, Michelle Obama.
You think I sound like Michelle?
No, but how good would your speech be? And I feel like.
Okay.
Just be really inspirational. I like her. All her speeches are great. That's what I meant by that.
Okay. All right.
Am I missing the question? Oh, do you?
Yes.
do you mean a celebrity or someone that's out there where whoever you knows you won't know that someone else wrote it for you?
Correct.
I don't know. I think you just have to base it on like someone that you know how you like their style because it's choosing their style, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, maybe
I
like
think-
Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like she's
right.
quirky and really, really funny. Actually, do you know who? Fucking
Who?
Jennifer Lawrence. Love that chick.
Oh, yeah. She's
Hilarious.
cool. She's cool.
She loves Housewives.
Yeah.
Look at her. She did the Emmys the other day going, if I don't win, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I mean, she's hilarious. You know, like, she's a celebrity that makes you feel like if I met you in real life, I could actually have a drink with you and not be like, you're Jennifer Lawrence. You actually are so down to earth, you wouldn't be nervous meeting her, even though she's such a big superstar.
Yeah, true.
If she
No, I
comes
like
very
that one.
approachable.
Okay, cool. I'll do that in future, Jennifer
Do you
Lawrence.
wanna
I
go-
know
who should I do mine as?
Matthew McConaughey.
Really? No,
Yeah.
because in my speech you're like, all right, all right, all right.
No, but if you just took those out, he speaks. I think that your voice would match his voice. I honestly do.
Matthew McConaughey, really? That's
Yeah.
a compliment, but
Yeah. He's
interesting.
cool. He
I've never
spent a
had
lot of
that.
time in Australia. A lot of time. He's very down to earth, very funny, very smart. I'm saying
Matthew McConaughey. And who are you?
You just said Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, that's what but I forgot. So I'm just asking you again.
You forgot.
Yeah. Been a long 3 days. Anyway.
Anyway, good
Okay,
chat.
is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap. WRAP wrap. It's like, did you see Trump do that? He was like, anyway, I forgot. He said something about like the US. That's it. He goes, did anybody notice how we're called the US? And what does that spell? Us. 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 Have you seen that?
No.
And the guy on YouTube pauses it and is like, no shit, Sherlock. Like, what is this guy on? It's just what,
Do you know my favorite Donald Trump moment? Turn off the lights! Get those lights off! Get them off! They're too bright!
I
Have you
haven't seen that one.
Oh, I gotta send it
No.
to you. It's so funny.
What's
Everyone,
that
get off
one?
this podcast, go on YouTube and search Donald Trump, turn off the lights. I'm sending it to you right now.
I like that song by Nelly Furtado. Turn out the lights. Dun bum 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 dum dang 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 dang. Turn out the lights. Turn out the lights. Anyway, we should
Okay,
poor
we've got to
listeners.
go. We're just
Guys, thank you
Dear.
so much for listening. That's just Grace and I for you. Probably know our personalities by now. If you've got anything 90s that we didn't bring to the show, feel free to write into spillingthetequila@gmail.com. My teeth, when I went to the Bondi Beach yesterday, do you know your teeth get really white when you swim in salt water?
really.
Yeah. Got home and they were stunning. Stunning.
Wow,
Like, it was the
interesting.
salt
I need to
water.
go to the beach more.
Yeah, you don't really go often, do you?
Not really. Too
Yeah.
far.
I'll take you. Just not
Okay.
to that one you took me to before.
It was a bath.
Sewage.
Anyway,
That's
we've
fine.
got to go. We've got to go.
Alright, I gotta go. All right, you say bye
Okay.
then.
Yeah, I am about to.
Oh.
Thanks for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoy it. And remember, if you want to support Maryvale, they really need your help right now.
With
Thanks,
what?
guys.
They don't need that much help. They're multi-billionaires. I'm sure they'll do fine, but they should get the name changed for the other copycats. But
Yeah.
they're doing fine, guys. You don't have to contribute money or anything. All right, bye. Thank you for listening
Okay,
to Tequila.
bye.
Bye.
I can't do it.
Spilling the tequila.
Bye.
Bye.